Okay, I want to talk about one, well, not one thing, but Chevy's on a roll right now. 3 straight, 4 in the last, what, since Dega, like we had Chase, then Bowman, um, Haley, which is a fluke still, but still a Chevy win, and then Kurt, which he actually freaking beat his brother for that shit, and I'm like, yes. But anyway, this is about Chase and people hating on him, and the bandwagon fans that I'm not entirely sure what their deal is. Like, I absolutely hate bandwagon fans. Um, they, after that race yesterday, people were jumping down, making excuses as per usual. Like, these people claim to be diehard Chase fans, and all for their like praise the crew and Allen and all this when he's running well and this and that, but they can't stand by that crew or his crew chief when they're in like a little bit of a slump. It happens to any good driver. Someone actually said to me, like, Chase is too good to finish where he's at. I'm like, well, any good driver finishes in any spot on track. It happens. Um, every good driver like Chase isn't going to have a perfect race or good race every single week. But if you're Kyle Busch, it's like pretty much every week for him because it's Kyle Busch. But right now is but like every normal driver that, yes, has the top tier equipment or this and that, has these expectations to win and have solid races quite often. The last 4 out of the 5 races, Chase has finished outside the top 10. One was 11th, which is still pretty good, but could have been a top 10 and been all 4 Hendrick Chevys in the top 10, but it was still a solid day for Hendrick overall that day at Chicago, where Bowman won his first race. Still stoked about that. And the last, like, the few races that he's had issues was out of Allen's control, out of the crew's control. That crew. That was not intentional, but out of the crew's, like his crew, control. Because everything that's happened on track was on track and has nothing to do with inside the car. Like the tire issue yesterday, that was out of the crew's control. Like, that had nothing to do with them. And they just struggled all day to get up into like the top 10 or even the top 15 because their car was just not handling the way they wanted to after their tire tore apart and kind of caused a little bit of slight damage to the front end of his car. Again, Kentucky's a hit and miss track for Team Hendrick as a whole, especially Chase. Hendrick was running really well, but they all got plagued with some kind of problem. NASCAR screwed over Byron with a stupid restart violation. That was stupid because he didn't do anything wrong in that restart. But NASCAR likes to screw some Chevy drivers over, I'm just saying. And Jimmy was having a solid run, spun out, got some damage, but it is what it is. And then Bowman had tire issues, I think, too. So you can't blame the crew for every time Chase has a poor finish. Either you have the car or you don't. Like, no matter what adjustment they had, it could give Chase, it just somehow just wouldn't work with the track conditions and whatnot. So, people are like pointing fingers, making excuses like Allen needs to be fired and this and that. Greg Ives needs to be his crew chief again. I'm like, Xfinity and Cup are 2 completely different animals. Just because he had success in his rookie season for the championship doesn't mean he's going to be successful with Greg Ives now. Greg and Alex are a perfect pairing. They're like the similar personality. They're finally clicking as a team and making solid runs. Do all the teams need to grow and work a little bit harder? Yes. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm saying people need to stop attacking the crew just because you didn't get the result that you wanted out of your driver. Chase is a great driver. He is. Every week is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be like this flawless performance that we expect. Well, the bandwagoners expect, fair weather fans. So it's like pit crew screwed up the whole race, this and that. Like, where? I rewatched that race. Nowhere did his pit crew screw up. We just had a bad run because of the tire issue at the beginning of the race. No one else saw any screw ups on pit road with Chase except for one person, apparently. People are just making excuses just to make excuses. And like, if you can't be a true diehard fan for Chase and stick through the rough patches that he's currently going through right now with Daytona wrecking out, because that's just Daytona, and Daytona's been sucky for us to begin with. Sonoma was out of our control. That just came out of nowhere. We have no idea why it happened, how it happened. And last night was just a tire issue. We're not gonna dwell on the let's not dwell on the negativity. Let's focus on the positives, that we have a win in the bag. We have a couple playoff like playoff points that we're going to build on. I know that we'll build on, because Chevy right now is on a resurgence. They're on a winning streak currently with 3 straight damn wins: Chicago, Daytona, and last night. As of last year, we had 4 wins total by 2 different drivers for Chevy. We have 4 wins now, and we're not even done with the season yet. And it has come from 4 different drivers from 3 different teams. I don't know why I said that. 3 different teams. So this is a step in a huge direction for Chevy, and so I just want to say this now: stop playing the "I'll choose when to root for him" card and bash his whole entire crew when they did nothing wrong. Like, his pit crew is outstanding. Are there weeks that things happen? Yes, but that's not really their fault. It's just miscues happen, mistakes happen, and anyway, that doesn't mean he doesn't have the speed. It doesn't mean he's like this bad driver. This is just a streak of like bad luck. We got it out of the way. We can move on to New Hampshire, Pocono, whatever, just to get these better runs in and get some points back, because we dropped like a rock in points in 5 races. Went from like 3rd or 4th to like 8th now. So, but we're still like 6th or 7th in the playoff standings. So I'm not really too concerned about that. But overall season points, we need to step it up a little bit. So if you're gonna be a fan, be a fan. Don't pick and choose when to. When he's doing great, root for him then. When he's doing not so great, stick by his side, encourage him, give him some support. That's what a fan does. We don't bash the entire team. We don't bash the driver or the things happen out of their control. So just lay off. That's about it. But anyway, Kurt wins against his brother, which is amazing. And it seems like I'm a little out of sorts because I just had a long day yesterday at work, and I just had a very emotionally stressful night with a customer. So, I just want to say this now: words hurt, especially when you mock people. Like, you don't mock people who are busting their ass day in and day out, and you don't know their situation. Like, I may work there too, like at my store for about 30 or more hours a week. That may not be a lot to some people, but it's a lot. for me, when my situation with a full house, with a newborn baby in the house, my nephew who's 3, and just help take care of them, that's a full-time job. So instead of working there too, I'm working here at home, helping out with my sister's kids and helping out with my dad as much as I can and whatnot. So I'm not just working there, I'm working here. One pays, one doesn't, and that's just what life is. And you don't mock people who are just trying to help you and do their job. So just be nice to people. Don't say stupid shit just because you feel like you're entitled and above them when you're not. Just because we work retail doesn't mean we're beneath you. We're people too. We have emotions, we have feelings. And it really hurt my feelings last night when that lady said what she said. So, I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna go grab me a Monster before I head to work so I can celebrate Kurt's win. I ordered some gear for Kurt. He liked my tweet today, so it's pretty cool. But I have work tonight, which I'm not looking forward to, but it is what it is. It's gonna be busy, and everyone's coming home now. It's gonna be a crazy household for the next few weeks. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. It gives me an excuse to go to the gym more and stay away from this house. So, anyway, just hanging out before work, watching some Revenge Body. Yeah. So, that's about it. I may or may not post another video this week because I'm just so emotionally and mentally drained, and I got so many things to do, and so just send me some positive thoughts or whatever, because I'm just having a hard time right now. So I guess I'll see you after New Hampshire.